beginning and the end.
You know that one way or another, the Sisters of the Kaiju are going to play a pivotal role in Season 2 of Pacific Rim the Black, don't you? I mean, after that hook at the end of Season 1, plus everything we've just seen in the Season 2 trailer,
You are one of us now.
it really feels like they're going to be the main bad guys. What happened to Shane? Don't know. Anyway, I thought I'd put this little video together just to give you all the background you're going to need on the Sisters of the Kaiju before going into Season 2 of The Black. I'm also going to read out some more of your theories, but I'll do that towards the end of the video. But first, please hit like on the video, as it really does help these videos get seen. And the more that we can show that there is huge interest in Pacific Rim, the more likely we are to get more of it. The way these huge corporations like Legendary and Netflix think is that they're looking for active fan bases that they can put product in front of and milk. And I don't know about you, but I'm happy to be milked. No, wait, let me rephrase. And I'm not gonna lie, it helps my shitty little channel too. So please do consider like, sharing, subscribing. You know the drill. In the opening montage of the first Pacific Rim movie, we see not only the first kaiju attack by Trespasser, or Axehead as he's sometimes known, but also the chaos it caused across the world. Not only in terms of physical destruction, but how it caused the stock market to crash and economy to suffer. This would have resulted in mass layoffs, people losing their homes, I mean the usual things that would happen in a depression, and lots of people angry, looking for someone to blame, lost in a world that they don't understand anymore. And there, waiting to take them in with open arms, was an all-female church of nuns who believe that the kaiju are angels of the gods sent to punish mankind for its misdemeanors and selfishness. The sisters were first seen in Pacific Rim Uprising in a brief glimpse in this here news report, where they joined a protest at the PPDC summit to decide whether to start using drone Jaegers instead of piloted ones. Most of them wear blood-red tunics with bishop-like hats and have their face covered with veils. Apart from this, most senior member in the middle here, who wears a pentagram like whatever it is you call these things. It's very probable that, as with most cults, there's one enigmatic figurehead at the center of it all who saw an opportunity to exert power over vulnerable people and twisted the tragic events into an intricate story, painting a picture of how the human race brought this upon themselves, and probably promising a beautiful, luscious afterlife to anyone who does the bidding of the precursors. Could this be her? Like before she started drinking kaiju blood? It's possible. Their power and influence grew steadily throughout the Kaiju War, at one stage having set up a Church of the Kaiju in the Yamarashi skull, which tells us that this lot aren't just raving lunatics. How did they acquire such a large and scientifically valuable piece of Kaiju history? How did they get this property, which I can't remember the exact location of, but I do remember it being prime real estate? Oh, it was the Capitol Records building in LA. How do they manage to conduct speeches and rallies in the open like this, completely unchallenged by the PPDC or any other authority, including the mob? The precise answer to all these questions remains unknown, but we can deduce that they have some serious money behind them, and influence. For the PPDC to dismiss these guys as lunatics is very dangerous indeed, because it may turn out that their organization has roots across society and even within the PPDC itself. We definitely saw in Aftermath how the organization had even developed into more of a terrorist organization, with them having organized and equipped a group of martial arts trained members of the society who would be sent on missions to infiltrate and destroy. We also saw in Aftermath that they hate Jaeger pilots, considering them demons sent to slay their beautiful angels of conquest, which makes me believe that Season 2 of The Black will see either Herc Hansen or Haley and Taylor's parents taken hostage by the sisters. But see my Season 2 theory video for more details on that. Although now we've seen the trailer for Season 2, it looks very much like Boy is going to be the centerpiece of all this, like Boy is going to be the one they need to get back from the sisters. In Season 1 of The Black, they were portrayed slightly differently, wearing white masks and long black cloaks, and speaking in these spooky, hushed whispers. They were buying up kaiju eggs and trading them for Jaeger parts, which tells us a few things. A, and this is not really relevant to the sisters themselves necessarily, but the kaiju lay eggs now. Have they always been able to do this? I mean, I know Otachi was sent to Earth pregnant, like with a baby Otachi inside it, but I don't think we've ever seen anything quite like this. But I do have an interesting theory regarding the kaiju eggs. See my theory video part 2 where I go into more detail on that. B, they have access to Jaeger parts. So either they're using their funding to purchase the items from scavengers, or they're sending scavenging parties out there themselves. Perhaps from the area known as the Boneyard, seen in Season 1. Or perhaps they've taken over this mobster's palatial home and its vast collection of Jaeger parts, as seen in Aftermath. And C, they have some use for the eggs. Perhaps the eggs give them some way of communicating with the precursors. It could also be to add to their army of domesticated kaiju dogs, which, you can never have too many domesticated kaiju dogs, right? Or it could be that the eggs are a good source of kaiju blood, which, as we know, is not only highly toxic, but can be used as a propellant. So who knows what else it can do? It's been theorized that these blue strands that brought Apex to sentience are strands of kaiju blood, so it may also have rejuvenating and even life-giving properties. I did wonder if that's maybe why they wore masks too. Maybe they were messing around with an egg and it exploded all over them, eating into their faces and horrifically scarring them. Or maybe they're just really big Hollywood undead fans. Then there's the fact that they seem to have been waiting for what they refer to as the Kaiju Messiah, as if there's a prophecy telling of the arrival of some kind of Kaiju Jesus that will either lead the Kaiju to victory over their human enemies, or perhaps even set in motion the arrival of the precursors themselves. If we draw a parallel to the most famous of all the Chosen One stories, that of Anakin Skywalker, who was prophesied to bring balance to the Force and ends up doing it, but in a way that no one expected, I wonder if Boy will go down a similar path. Perhaps they expect him to end the war by giving victory to the precursors, but he ends the war by closing the breaches and sending them back. But even if this isn't the case, it'll be interesting to see what their prophecy actually is and what exactly they're expecting from Boy. On another note, I'm interested to see how the sisters react to Apex, Apex being a hybrid, and given their reaction to the human-engineered baby in Aftermath, calling it an abomination and trying to destroy it, I can't see them taking too much of a liking to him. Anyway, I can't wait to find out more about how this organization slots into the world post-Operation Blackout and how they affect the events of Season 2. Get in the comments and let me know what you're most looking forward to seeing in Season 2. If you want to see more Pacific Rim stuff, make sure you get subscribed, as there's loads of cool stuff that I've got planned. Oh, and I just quickly want to shout out a guy called Sebastian Bowen. He was trawling the depths of Twitter looking for any news he could find on Season 2 of The Black. Sebastian, thank you very much for doing that. You're an honor and a gent, and I salute you. And it really meant a lot to me that this morning I opened up my phone and there was a bunch of notifications there from you guys telling me that the trailer had dropped last night. Obviously, it's very important for the channel that I get these videos out quickly, and it's quite often that I'm working on something else, so I actually miss the news dropping itself. So I am very grateful for all of you guys who let me know. While I'm at it, I might as well shout out Ruslan Dragonofi. He wants to see the siblings piloting Apex, a triple neural connection between two humans and a kaiju. Sounds kinky, sounds fun, I love it. I salute you. Sam Hensworth thinks that Shane could be Chuck Hansen. Not sure how that would happen, buddy, as Chuck Hansen was blown to smithereens in the Battle of the Breach, but I initially thought you might mean Herc Hansen's brother, whose name escapes me. If you remember, the two brothers piloted Lucky 7 together. Now that's possible. But Sam, thank you very much for the comment. You're a gentleman and a scholar, and I salute you. Lord Indominus Rex 69. Why 69? Would really love to see Atlas Destroyer get new weapons like an arm that could transform into an ion blaster or a battle axe, and maybe a jetpack. I like it. Lone Wolf 360 thinks it's hilarious when I go apeshit at my alternate personalities. Well, I'm glad you find it funny. Fuck off, BBC News. To me, it's just a pain in my assholes. Buddy, I know you've been subscribed to the channel for quite a long time now, and I really do appreciate all the support. You're a gentleman and a scholar, and I salute you. Christian Zeba 2004 wants to explore more about Boy and what the fuck he actually is. Is he a sleeper agent made by the precursors or something made in a lab by humans? Well, Christian, these are all questions that I have myself, and I will be little bit miffed if they gloss over them. Keith D thinks that we will see that Shane knows Haley and Taylor's mother. Intriguing, I say. Also puzzling though, how would that work? Do you think that's why Shane is so pissed off at the world, is because this guy ran away with his wife? Makes total sense, I like it. And also a shout out to everyone I haven't been able to mention here today. Make sure you guys keep all the comments coming, as you know, I do read them all. Let's leave it there for now, guys. I need to take my meds, so feel free to get out of my head, and I will see you very soon for the next one. Thank you very much for watching, and cheerio, bye!